And the whole little branch got together and played a joke on me that I'll never forget, and I think they've told other generations of missionaries. But I was pretty naive, and I was new in Nicaragua, and there was this family called the Lasso family, and they're amazing. They always fit the missionaries. Um, she was kind of like those ladies that becomes kind of like a missionary mom and is always giving them counsel, make sure they have everything that they need, and would help us with references all the time. That whole area just full of references. It was great. And so it was funny on that first Sunday. I had just picked up my backpack after the elders quorum meeting, and we're getting ready to go when this other elder comes in, and he's a little disoriented and he's looking around. His name was Elder Mendoza, and he's looking for his companion. He spots me and he says, "Elder Alva, you're my new companion." And I was like, "I have a new companion?" And Elder Alvi explained that they had just dropped him off, that he was going to be my new companion for that transfer, so that we would be able to get more work done. Since we were a trio, we would be split into two companionships. And he was the nicest kid. I was so excited. He told me about himself, that he had been on the mission for 13 months, that he was from Costa Rica, and the ward started, shaking hands with him, welcoming Elder Mendoza into the branch and everything, and it was great. And then Sister Lasso, who's the sweetest person ever, when she found out there would be 4 missionaries coming to lunch after church instead of 3, she kind of, her face changed and she was like, "Wait, what's going on? We can't have 4 missionaries. We will only have food for 3." And I'm like, "That's so unlike Sister Lasso." And I told Elder Mendoza, "Don't worry, she's really a nice person. I'm sure we'll make it work. You can have some of my food." I think I ended up sharing some of my food with him. Sister Lasso was like, "I've heard this elder is a really fast walker. You're going to have to it's going to be hard to keep up with him. He's like the fastest walker in the mission." And they were telling me all these stories. But I was like, you know what, it'll be good, it'll be good. And it's so funny because the whole day, everyone participated in this joke of Elder Mendoza being my new companion. And that night, we went to eat at a little restaurant that gives us free food on Sundays. And it's just they just give food to the missionaries. And so we were with the Lassos, and we're eating at this place. And Elder Mendoza starts acting really strange. And everyone's laughing, and we had taken pictures, and the whole day I was like, I wonder why people are laughing. Maybe because Elder Mendoza is so good natured and so loving and so nice, or he'll do his thumbs up when we're taking pictures. And I'm like, man, I don't know why I keep hearing giggles, but I was so naive. And so he's talking, and he starts saying, Navia, which is Hermana Rosita Lasso's daughter, was flirting with Elder Mendoza, and then suddenly he takes his name tag off and he says that he wants to marry Navia, and I'm like, what? And then he's like, and then Enrique, which was Hermana Lasso's son, kept saying, this is too much. Like, he's too good. He's too good. This is too much. We need to end this. And I thought he was talking about Navia's flirting. And so then Wilbur explains to me, "Elder Alva, I'm actually not your companion. I'm actually from Huialpa. I just got back from my mission in Costa Rica on the same day that I had, I think, entered the MTC." And so it was, at first I was like, I'm really confused. And then everyone starts laughing. And then I realized it slowly starts to dawn on me that this whole thing of Elder Mendoza being my companion was a joke that the whole branch and the whole town had helped play on me, the new elder. And I was like, no, and I started laughing too. I just couldn't believe how good of an actor he was and how good everyone was. And there were a few slip-ups, and I'm like, so that's why Elder Alvi was kicking Hermano Nixon's leg under the table when we ate dinner with him, and all these things. I'm like, oh my gosh. And we started laughing and cracking up. And that was my very first Sunday. And it was an eventful one, just trying to get water for the baptism and the joke and just all this stuff. And we had already met so many investigators, and I was worried that I would have to be in a new area. But it was all just a joke, and Elder Mendoza became a really good friend. And since he was a returned missionary, he helped us out and stuff. But he wasn't my companion. And so that was just kind of a first introduction to how funny and humorous the Nicaraguan people are and good natured they are.